but we still want to make sure.
Look exactly like it.
Yeah, we want to be sure, though. Yep.
But we're hoping that he may be the person involved in the shooting. That's what we're hoping.
If it's not him, he's a hell of a twin brother.
Yeah, he got a heck of a twin.
Detroit's gang squad may have just cracked the bus stop shooting case, but they'll need to check fingerprints to determine if they've collared the right man, and it will take forensics to link him to the crime. The suspect is also wanted for a more recent shooting, a homicide in which Detroit police recovered a 9mm handgun. Proving a match between that gun and shell casings recovered from the bus stop shooting will take the case to the next level.
We're trying to draw comparisons between the gun and the casings. The gun that was used in the homicide, obviously, and the casings that were left at the scene.
Detroit's own ballistics lab was recently shuttered after too many errors were found in its exam results. So it's at the state crime lab that both gun and shell casings undergo rigorous testing to determine a match.
So in this case, we were asked to look at several 9mm fired cartridge cases, and we were given a Glock 9mm pistol. In this case, we would take test shots from the pistol and make our comparisons to the evidence found at the scene.
First, the Glock 9mm is fired into a sealed, water-filled test tank. It's a neutral environment that ensures any markings on the bullets or shell casings are from the gun itself. Then, the test rounds can be compared to shell casings recovered from the bus stop using a comparison microscope. When fired, every gun leaves a unique signature on both bullet and casing. These striations are as individual as fingerprints and can be used to determine a certifiable match between guns and the crimes they're used to commit. If the shells found at the bus stop match the gun used in Demetrius Hinton's other alleged homicide, it's strong evidence linking Hinton to the bus stop shooting. But lab results can take days to process, and Gang Squad will have to wait for the outcome to know if they've got the right man. And they aren't the only ones hoping for justice.
You just got home from school, ugly?
Yeah.
What y'all do at school today?
I did some math, science.
You ain't learned nothing? She'll never do nothing.
For 17-year-old Tiara Dickerson, the bus stop shooting isn't a newspaper headline or a case to solve. It's a reality she and her family struggle to overcome every day.
My first surgery was in my arm. It's a metal pin and screws down here to keep it together, and it's gonna be there forever. They had to repair about 7 different things in my stomach. My intestines, I know that they had to put back together.
I was there when it happened. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was real sad, yeah. She was just laying there so little and just almost lifeless.
A lot of things that I knew always could happen, I never thought it could happen to me. It helped me realize that it can happen to anybody, no matter who you are, how old you are, or where you are. It can happen to anybody at any time. Now I really don't like to be alone. I don't like the dark, and I don't like to be around as many people that I don't know. And I really don't like to stand at a bus stop anymore.
You know, you think about your own family, and you think about how a kid who could, you know, be doing the right thing, going to school, and just standing by a bus stop ends up with the inability to ever have children and, you know, wear a colostomy bag the rest of their life, you know, and, you know, the worst thing they ever did that day was get out of bed and go to school.
Tiara is nearing a full recovery. But there are thousands of kids in Detroit who aren't so lucky.
What are some of your dreams?
So my dreams? To get better. I want to, hopefully I heal up all the way and then graduate high school and go to college, maybe in Florida, or stay here and go to college and become a lawyer, or I'll become a counselor and work with kids.
We prayed real hard, and it worked, so I'm glad she's okay. Messing with y'all.
I said do.
Unless y'all up here making noise.
Same person I said.
There are over 1,000 shootings in Detroit every year. But the sheer volume of police work doesn't prevent Gang Squad from taking their work personally, or mask the disappointment that can come with bad news. Lab results are in, and the Glock 9mm does not match the shell casings found at the bus stop. And that's not all. The fingerprints of the man in custody don't match those of Demetrius Hinton, the prime suspect.
Fingerprints never lie. But hey, you know, we had to dust ourselves off and get right back out, right back on it. And we're doing it very tenaciously, aggressively, trying to find it. And we will find it.
It does make it more difficult. It gives you more motivation. You know, sometimes, you know, when the caseload gets so extreme, this gives you that extra push, that extra hour. When you were going to go home at, you know, 7 o'clock, you decide to go home at 8 o'clock. You know, it gives you more fuel to get these people off the street and to hold them accountable for what they did.
We're definitely working on this night and day. My phone never stops ringing. And I treat each incident as if it was somebody in my family, you know, and I think that's what drives me.
And for Detroit, a city that struggles to emerge from years of slow economic collapse, and whose young men increasingly look to violence for validation, the future remains a battleground.
I can't even say I made a dent. You can't control guns. You can't control what comes into the city, how people get weapons. You can only control a little bit at a time, what you can do with the time you're out there.
I think my future is very, very promising, though. As long as the God keeps me healthy. This is a job that I think I've been destined to do.
23 years on the department, and I'm still not burned out. I'm just beginning. Loving every second of the day. Making that difference with this, not these.
Gang Squad for life. Yeah, I like that.